What's up to all my movie heads and my movie fan base out there? I want to do a little something different today. Today we're going to talk about movies that can't be found on Blu-ray or it's just not in 4K. Movies that you may not have heard of. First movie that you probably never ever heard of. This was streamed on HBO in 1993. It starred Mario Van Peebles, director of New Jack City, director of Posse. His father was Melvin Van Peebles, one of the great directors in the 70s. This movie, he plays a cop. And basically, he had it up to here. The criminality, everything. And then somebody comes and offers him a chance of a lifetime. He becomes sort of immortal. But no, this is not vampires. He becomes in a werewolf pack. A bunch of cops who swore an oath to get rid of evil on the street. But the only catch, they gotta be werewolves. So basically, this is movies about vigilante werewolf cop group that stalks at night, literally. Even in the title says there is a new force, a new police force on the streets, and they only come out at night. Mary Van Peebles in full eclipse. This movie has literally have not been on HBO. They have not streamed it. I do not know what the hell they're doing. I even looked at HBO Max. It's not in their lineup at all. This was in 1993, so I would think that they would have that in their in their library, but I guess not. This movie should really be. I don't care about 4K, but it should really be on Blu-ray at least, or at least stream it back on HBO Max. This movie is beautiful. Now, this movie is one of Eddie Murphy's finest because he actually acts in this one. This one is more of 90% acting skill, but it wasn't well received. He plays a hostage negotiator in San Francisco, and as you can tell, he gets more than he's bargained for. There's this villain that takes it personally, and he goes after Eddie Murphy's character family. He goes after the ones he loved, and this is a great movie. I actually went to the theaters to see this. This should definitely be in 4K. It's not a lost gem. You can actually get it in Vudu or Google Play or any streaming service or MGM, Paramount, any of them. They actually have this, but they should definitely have some 4K. And Metro, man, look at this. Life is a negotiation, and I love the movie poster. Eddie Murphy doesn't get much credit as being a great actor. He doesn't. He really doesn't. But you go, Eddie. I should really talk about this movie. This movie is a lost gem. It's not on Blu-ray. It's not anywhere. It's not even on streaming. I don't know where you can get this movie at all. It's like they made it and they didn't give it, a lick about this movie. I I couldn't even tell you where to find this movie. I've been looking for this movie for years, guys. Years. This movie's from the director who directed Eddie Murphy in the stand-up concert movie he did in 1980, I think 1989. Raw. Remember that movie with Eddie Murphy? Robert Townsend had been a real underrated actor and director. He also starred in The Parenthood on TV. If you don't know, maybe black people know this. So you white people do not know this guy. I understand. And this is Gen X generation, guys. I'm Gen X, so we know this guy very well. But he's very underrated. So probably that's why they just left this movie in the dust. This movie stars Robert Townsend, Marla Gibbs, Eddie Griffin, Robert Guillaume, James Earl Jones, Bill Cosby, rap artists back in the 80s and 90s, Big Daddy Kane, and comedian Sinbad. This movie was just brilliant. I went to the theaters and see this. I was not expecting nothing, but I was thoroughly entertained. And that's something because, I was a kid back in the 90s running all the kind of streets, and this actually entertained me. I actually fell in love with this movie. I really did. This is him with the Golden Lords. This is his enemies in the movie. They're like a terrorist kind of mafia gang member. And this group is called Another Bad Creation. This was a music group back in the 90s, a kid music group produced by Michael Bivins from Bell Biv DeVoe. He was a New Edition. Again, a lot of Gen Xers know this group. They did Aisha. They did another, Playground. Their album was actually number one in, I think it's 1992. That's when Michael Jackson dropped Dangerous, and that went, that skyrocketed to number one. All in all, this movie is just a lost gem. And I hate to see this just dissipate from people's mind. I think Gen Z should definitely try to enjoy this movie if you can see it, but you cannot get it anywhere. And that's my beef. I really hate the fact that people cannot see this and enjoy this. This is such a great movie. Last but certainly not least, this movie stars Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes. This came out, I think, in 1994. It is from the internationally bestseller by Michael Crichton. He wrote Jurassic Park. And I slept in this movie, and I saw this movie in VHS, and I loved it. It was like a 8 to 9 out of 10 for me. It was like a B minus A kind of movie. It grew on me though. So Wesley Snipes plays a detective, and he teams up with Sean Connery, who's a liaison, and they go into the kind of Chinese mafia and they infiltrate it. But this is business. It's mafia mixed with high tech Chinese technology, and it's Chinese mean American, and it's like a race war but a tech war. It's everything. It's a mystery and a thriller. It's really one of those movies that you really got to pay attention to all the details. And it's called Rising Sun, and you can actually get this. You can actually get this on streaming. You get this on Blu-ray. But my problem is that it's not in 4K. Why it's not in 4K, I do not know. This was actually a hit for Wesley Snipes. After this, I think he did Murder at 1600, where he played a detective that was trying to solve a murder in the White House. So this solidified Wesley Snipes as an actor, and definitely as an action hero. But this was pre Blade. So again, great actor, and with Sean Connery, of course, the AKA original James Bond himself. And this was just a great movie that both of them starred in, like a lethal weapon combination. And I hate to see that this is not a 4K because I think it will look so freaking beautiful. Rising Sun, guys, if you haven't seen it, just stream it or rent it. It's on all your platforms, iTunes, it's on Vudu, Google Play, everything.